This episode of Pick Up a Six podcast is sponsored by our friends at Onnit. Onnit is a health and fitness juggernaut dedicated to delivering total human optimization to its vast customer base that includes athletes, thinkers, fitness gurus, entrepreneurs, podcasters as well. Through a wide array of products and supplements, Onnit combines cutting-edge science, earth-grown nutrients, and time-tested strategies to help people reach peak performance. Go to their website, onnit.com, ONNIT.com, and use the promo code PICK6, and you can save 10% off today. They got a ton of great stuff, apparel and equipment. You know we love their alpha brain here at Pick Up the Six podcast. So head to onnit.com, ONNIT.com. Use that promo code PICK6, PICKSIX at checkout, and save 10% off of all the good stuff they have. Energy bars, protein shakes, creatine, those flagship products like that Alpha Brain. Head on over there, shop today, and save today. Odds are some or many of you have done a WOD, a workout of the day. But have you ever done one, I don't know, on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier with a bunch of other hard chargers? My guest today is running the USS Battle Series, a functional fitness competition that aims to bring a new level of awareness to health and fitness and mental well-being for our military and first responders. Cliff Walker is bound to bring the energy on this episode of Pick Up the Six podcast. Cliff, my brother, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, man? Cliff Walker, CEO and founder of the USS Battle Series, America's fitness competition. And man, just honored and humbled and excited to be here today, man.
I love it. Like I said, right? Bound to bring the energy, guys, as promised. Coming out the gate hot. I love it. Man, I'm thrilled to have gotten connected with you. Man, we've had a chance to chat a little bit over the last few days. We've been setting this thing up. This is, again, one of those, man, just beautiful things about, man, finding people that are hard charging, doing really incredible work. You've got this real strength of purpose behind what you're doing behind USS Battle Series. And to think about, man, dozens, if not hundreds of people on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier, just getting the hell after it. It's amazing. So we're going to talk about all that, right? What it is, what it's doing, the next incredible events you have coming up, which, by the way, one of them is on an aircraft carrier I was just on a few weeks ago in the USS Yorktown. You guys remember when we were down there for Medal of Honor Day, but I know you're a Navy man and a firefighter paramedic. So tell us just a little bit about your personal story, Cliff. How'd you end up in the Navy? What was that journey like for you?
Oh, wow, man. I don't know how if I go back that far. It's like 1,000 years, bro. My ex used to say, I say, hey, we get it, we be talking. I say, I've been around about a minute, man. She goes, motherfucker, you've been around a long minute, bro. So anyhow, man, just it finished up high school and man, trying to figure it all out. And I was kind of set to go to local community college. And, I had some ideas kind of what I wanted to do: fire service, forest ranger, military, Navy SEALs. And so sitting around shooting pool with my buddy John, who is out in Philly now. And I'll tell you how that happened. But he's like, hey, man, I'm telling you, buddy. And we close group of guys, man, and surfers and jocks and what have you, man. And so me and John are shooting pool. And he's like, man, I'm signing up to go to the Navy, brother. I'm like, holy shit, no kidding, man. That's awesome. And I go, I've been thinking about that too. And my dad's prior military, grandfather, and it just kind of goes back, man. And so next thing I know it, I'm signing up, local recruiting office, and tell them I want to, be Navy SEAL. Yeah. Go ahead and take the ASVAB, and we'll get that for you. So this is back in '85, man. They tell you what you wanted to hear,
right.
And whatever ended up. So long story short, man, I get to boot camp, which was NTC San Diego. Now it's Great Mistakes, right? Poor bastards, man. So I'm down in San Diego, and it comes pool week. and they're like, all right, guys, we're gonna go ready to do our pool test. We got some guys here, you know, seeing if you, those who want to go, buds, EOD, uh, uh, Navy diver. So put your hands up. Who wants to be on this list? So I put my hands up, and I guess they had the ASVAB scores there. You needed your WK, your AR. WK was high, AR not so much, man. Word problems, fucking word problems, man. Train A, train B, and shit. So Walker, put your fucking dumb hand down, and I was like, whoa, what are you talking about? So they didn't explain it, and I was just like, what the hell's going on? Jumped in the pool. Don't think I ever swam as fast in my life, and then it wasn't really too good after that. I you know, they were sending me a lot of marching parties. I guess I had an attitude after that, and Dad had to come down, big Italian guy, and set me straight, and he did his job, and I carried on, and found myself in Hawaii, man. Navy felt I needed to go to Hawaii, and they put me on a ship named after a Navy SEAL. So that was some crazy shit. USS.
So what'd you end up getting, Cliff? What'd you end up getting tracked to do, right? So they basically took you out of the pool, right? Like, you're not swimming, you're not doing that. What they track? Did you get to pick your track from there? Did they have something in mind for you? How'd you end up doing what you ultimately ended up doing, which was like, right, basically a firefighter in the Navy, right?
That's right. That's correct, man. So they put me in the engineering field, and because I had mentioned, firefighting, what the Navy calls damage control, shipboard firefighting. At the time, it was mixed with HTs, hole technicians, the pipe fitters, and taking care of the pipes, making sure they're unclogged, and all that stuff, but firefighting too. So they sent me in the engineering field, did some boiler work with the boiler technicians, machinist mates, and then found out that the rate was being split, going strictly damage control. Took the test, did really well, and that was it, man. Kind of that was all she wrote, and that's what I ended up doing. Got out as a DC-1.
Beautiful, man. Well, thank you for doing that. A little bit of time in the Persian Gulf.
Gulf War veteran, yes, sir. Right. That was my first tour. Second tour, shore duty. Went to Lackland Air Force Base. Got trained up 9545, which I believe was the code. Actually got, finally got to shoot a gun a little bit more boot camp, and posted me up at one of the naval weapons stations there in Hawaii. But yeah, man, it was some good times, brother.
Hey, man, what's life in the military like as a, sort of non-combat, right? So like not a soldier, right? Not someone shooting a gun, not someone shooting missiles or anything off of a naval vessel, right? But being part of that crew that's got to keep that whole thing working, right? Because it takes engineers, and it takes guys unclogging pipes, and it takes guys that got to be able to put out, guys and gals got to put out fires if one pops up on a ship. What's that life like? What's that balance like?
Well, we're I myself not shooting missiles, but that was part of the business, man, on our ship. But I mean, personally, as part of engineering, we were called fresh air snipes. So sniping Navy, right? You're working below deck, and I was fresh air snipes. So we're up above with the dealing with the flight deck with the helicopters, and then down below, right? So yeah, man, if you can imagine, you got a fire, you got something that's, you got a hole in the ship, right? Whenever you got to plug that in the fire, you got to put it out. So everybody on that ship is a part of that fire crew. The damage controlmen handle the, taking care of the equipment, the upkeep, and then leading these fire parties to whatever task they have to perform. So, you know what? I really thoroughly enjoyed it, man. And it definitely what propelled me, which set me forward, doing what I eventually ended up doing with the military as a civilian on the bases as a firefighter eventually.
Yeah. So how'd that end up working out, right? So you got out of Navy after a certain amount of time. Were you like, now I want to stay around this? Just had a fit for it? What happened?
I didn't know, man. All I know is that, as I told you that the second enlistment, I was shore duty,
Mm-hmm.
and on these military bases, they have fire stations. So right where I was at, there was one of these fire stations at Westlock in Pearl Harbor, right? So the ships would come in, offload, load up weapons. And so I go knock on the door, say, hey, listen, tell me what you guys are doing. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought I was just going to get out, go back home, become a civilian firefighter with the city. I had no idea that the federal did this. So turned out to be a great deal. I was able to stay with the military another 23 years plus the 6 I served, and stay right there on base, stay involved. So that's what I did. They hooked me up, and next thing you know it, I was doing the applications, and it took about a year after I got out, but went to another an island because I was on Hawaii, and worked for Raytheon Services contract work, which is run by the Air Force and Army, so that helped. And then I got the call to report for the Fire Academy in Hawaii, and that's where I worked for about 4 or 5 years before I decided to go back to the mainland.
Nice. Dude, you've seen probably examples of picking up the 6 in all these different walks of life.
Yeah, man.
Any stories, I don't want to put you on the spot, but any stories that come to mind where you've seen somebody just, man, through a firefight or whatever, really just step up and just take care of other people like that?
Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, the military, right? That's what it's all about. So, or fire department, police department, we're paramilitary organizations. So, you have to rely on the guy to the right of you, left of you, front of you, back, man. As they say, you're only strong as your weakest link, man. So everybody is good at what they do, but together they're that much better. So, a lot of different stories, but I mean, obviously you cannot get the task done without that your brother or sister that's with you on that ship or on the engine or on the box, the ambulance or whatnot. So, I mean, just a lot of examples, nothing too crazy, man. But just knowing that going to work every day, as exciting as it is and was, it might not, the next day might not be that. So it was serious business, man. It was time for business when you got to work, and you stayed focused, man, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of preparedness, right? You're just staying ready for whatever moment comes.
Constant training all day, all night. The captains would love to pop those drills, man, when you were fast asleep, because that's when predominantly shit was going to happen. Tones were going to drop 1, 2, 3 in the morning. You go from 0 to hero, man, and get the job done, man. And so fitness is a big part of that, and health and the mental well-being. You imagine you're laid up, you're in you're in dreamland, man, and all of a sudden you kind of woke up out of this deep sleep, and you got to be fully functioning, man. You have just so many minutes to be suited up and out the door to whatever. You'll get the call as you're going, and captain will get seeing size up. Everybody will get their assignment, and you have to function.
So fitness, right, for you, obviously, life in the military, life as a sort of first responder, still working for the federal government outside the military, staying physically fit, right, keeping that body ready, a big part of your life, right, what you're doing. So that's got to be what led you into the CrossFit space, into this physical fitness space. How does all of it culminate in this idea of, hey, let me get a bunch of badasses together, put them on an aircraft carrier, do a whole event, do a bunch of wads around it? I mean, how does this whole USS Battle Series thing happen?
So let's back it up a little. Yeah, let's back it up a little bit. And so I'm thinking, fitness has helped me out, right, throughout my entire career, and to bounce back from injuries. I've had some major ones, man. I've had both Achilles cut, repaired, and I'm back. And I think it's only because of muscle memory, the conditioning, the mental mindset is what kept me in the game. This was back in 2011. And I just recently retired in 2020, right? So that's a whole chunk of change, man. That's a big, about half of my career. And that's a game changer, man. That's people are tapping out, man. Talking Achilles, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know if people know this. I'm sure they do, but I'll share this with you guys and everybody out there. Heart related, cardiac, you know, related incidents are number one, right up there with cancer. But number one, I still believe is heart related deaths. And again, you got to talk about going from 0 to 60. You know, so you're out there, you're not conditioned properly, right? And all that lactic acid and everything kind of builds up within you, man. So that heart is being put through a lot of stress, man, a lot of stress.
Yep.
And that takes a toll after a while. So you're not eating right, you're not taking care of yourself right. You know, you get a heart attack, man, and usually this happens sometimes during, a lot of times after, right? So all that funk and junk, lactic acid, your body's just not prepared, not ready for it, not used to it, and you tap out, man. And then we get a lot of guys when they retire. This happens, man. I've known quite a few brothers that, hey, man, now I'm going to go into this, I'm going to go into that, but they had not properly prepared for that, and they start, you know, getting into all these physical things, and they have a heart attack, and that's it, man. So it's a sad thing. So, you know, in the military too, right? So military first responders, the same thing, right? So I said, well, hey, I'm gonna start this event that's strictly just military and first responders. Give them a place they can call their own, and you know, enjoy working out. Show them how to work out, and yeah, you're gonna put out, as we say, right? But you're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fun, man, and something to look forward to. And eventually the civilian sector, you know, wanted in, and that's where we're at now. We were originally, our first one was 2016 on the flight deck of the USS Midway in San Diego, man. Just a great trip. And it was a great event. We had two Navy SEALs win that one, and some police.
Of course,
and
they're like, we're not coming into this thing and not winning it.
No, fuck no, man. Yeah, they showed up, but man, you know what? The law enforcement officers, the firefighters, everybody else, they weren't too far.
Who were those guys? Can you tell me who those guys were?
No.
Are you allowed to tell me? You can't tell me.
Yeah, man. So yeah, they're
I had a feeling. I was like, let me see if I can get him to tell me who it was. No, that's all right.
Yeah. But anyhow, man, it was
so that first one happened, right? And like, obviously my guess is you're like, dude, this is a community, right? Like, first of all, these people want and need to be around each other. The proximity to people that have been through shared similar experiences. You probably just have folks that when they attend those, they can just speak a different language than they could if they were just with not, you know, people who hadn't served like they had. And that's the beautiful part about that military first responder combo, I think, that you're seeking to do. So 2016 happens, right? Great first event on the Midway, epic place, probably the best one you could have it, right? Just iconic. Yeah. So then start snowballing from there.
You know what? It's done well. We're trying to reach that 2016. We had you know, we went to a couple battleships. I mean, they were good events. We went to Texas, went to the Iowa, and then after that, we lost our major sponsors. So we're out there looking right now. You know, we figure it's a good time. I don't think I was really doing the event and those around it justice. I'm still figuring this out, but you know what we're doing now is we're leaning more on focusing, telling the history and the story of these warships, man.
Yeah, I like that
battle.
Idea.
I've been with some of these ships, you know, the Iowa, the Mighty Mill, and when I was in, man. So, you know, it's about telling the story and the history of these ships. Yep. And well,
because you know what, they've got a personality to them, right? And they've got some similarities, but they also have incredibly unique things. And then people want to hear about, like, tell me what this ship has actually done.
Right.
It's incredible.
so that's what we're trying to do. You know, and then also stories of the men and women that serve. So, man, I'm so proud of what we're doing and those that are involved with the Battle Series. And it's truly not just a one person. I might be, you know, kind of helping to lead the way, but it's truly a joint effort, as in the military and first responder communities. It's a one team, one fight, one mission, one love, man. And just like you and I are out here talking and help, you know, helping the cause, man. I appreciate it again and very humbled. But yeah, man, we're now in the process of rebranding. We were all set up to be on the Hornet, where I believe the other day, this day it's coming up, the Doolittle raid, right? So that's where we pretty much launched this incredible, phenomenal, impossible mission, but not really impossible because to get fucking done. And that's what pretty much ended the war. And then the treaty signed on the Mighty Mo's. So yeah, man, a lot of stories, a lot of history, man. And we're proud to help with telling these stories, man.
We're going to talk about a couple of events that you have coming up. Again, one of those is on the USS Yorktown, which is in Charleston, South Carolina. It's in a beautiful area, incredible, amazing ship. Before we do that, tell me what like one of these is like, because I know it's a multi-day event. You got multiple WADs, right? I was looking at the one coming up on the Yorktown, which is June 11th and 12th, and you got a firefighter challenge, you got a flight deck WAD. Like, so what's happening, right? Paint the picture for me as to like, I'm envisioning chaos, but I'm sure it's not like that. Right? What's happening out there?
Well, other people's chaos.
That's right.
Right. It's every day for us, all day. People are like, what the hell? I'm like, it's what we do, brother. It's what we do, man.
Hey, listen, my wife just texted me. I'm not kidding. She just texted me and it says, what on earth did you order that is so small, but so heavy? I was like, oh, it's a new 30-pound ruck plate. It just shows
fucking love it, dude. Oh my God, dude. That's awesome.
Yep. All right, so what are they like, right? What's happening out there?
Okay. So, you know, we start off, people reporting to the ship, checking in. They pull up, man. There's these battle set with these, 16-inch guns, man. We got the aircraft carrier, man. You're looking up, straining your neck, man. You're just feeling it, right? And so we're checking them in. They head up to the flight deck or the deck of the battleship, and so they're getting ready, man, for what's about to come. So WAD 1, a lot of hitting, pushing, pulling, swinging, lifting, carrying your buddy for buddy carries. This particular event, we've teamed up with the long 30-year running Firefighter Challenge. Used to be known as the Firefighter Combat Challenge, now changed to the Firefighter Challenge. They've changed they've changed ownership. All right. So,
but these are things, right, where you might have seen these on TV where like guys, gals are geared up, full kit, full firefighter kit, pulling hoses, having to go like through doors, having to go over top of things. Pretty intense.
It's 5 events. It's a physical agilities test turned into a competition, right? Because you can't put anything in front of the military, first responders, without us going at it, turning into a competition. So, gentleman by the name of Dr. Paul Davis, he's worked with all branches, FBI, all those guys, helping them with their physical fitness and understanding it and improving and getting better. So the Firefighter Challenge, which is in Europe, South America, Canada, known as the Fire Fit Challenge or Fire Fit. And we all meet up every year and we challenge each other, man. And I've been on a couple world-class teams myself, world champion teams, very honored. And we're going at it again. I've been out a couple years. I'll be back at it with another team. And so the Firefighter Challenge, the new regime says, hey, man, we're thinking out the box. We would like to team with the Battle Series and USS Battle Series. And since a lot of our members do CrossFit functional fitness, let's do something together. We travel all throughout the U.S. You guys go from the West Coast to the East Coast. you guys are some pretty badass places, man. So our first one will be the throwdown on the Yorktown, June 11th and 12th. They'll pull in on a Friday, the 10th, which will be all individual, right? It's 5 events up the tower, pulling with the hose, pulling hose up the 6 stories, hitting this Kaiser sled, pulling a charge line, and then ending up dragging 160 feet, 175-pound dead weight rescue Randy. So I said, hey, we have a tandem event. It's 2 people teams. How about Saturday? WAD 1 is the firefighter challenge. So these men and women, they don't have to gear up, but they will go toe to toe with these firefighters in full gear, probably be beat by these guys because this is what we do.
I love it.
But that will be WAD 1, right? So they'll get a taste of what these men and women do on a daily basis, right? Without the heat, right? So, and then from there, WAD 2 or day 2, WAD 2, WAD 3, and then the Hero WAD, which we'll talk about in a second, will be honoring the Charleston 9, right? Charleston Fire Department. So that's coming up. Had a talk with their fire chief, assistant chief the other day, man. Went really well. But so WAD 2, like I said, hitting, pushing, pulling, just throwing it down, right? And then
traditional kind of CrossFit WAD for that second one.
You know what? Yes and no, man. Again, I like to stick with the functional fitness. So maybe not so much heavyweight. So
okay.
A lot more lightweight repetitions, just feeling that burn. Something you do maybe going into battle, or as a police officer, right? Or as a firefighter, right? So yeah, you have some weight, but not super heavy. So more CrossFit, functional fitness, kind of a hybrid together. And we've had guys wearing SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus. Not so much, I guess, like a rucksack, but the bulletproof vests. We've teamed up with body armor companies, and so you're going to be wearing some like equipment, and doing some things that maybe you've done before on the job.
It's incredible, man. It sounds like just a great event. We're just honored and thrilled to hear about it and just share about it. And in hopes that, man, maybe people hear about it, they want to check it out. Maybe they want to go attend, or maybe just maybe you got a brand that you think you might want to throw a little sponsorship their way. The website, right? USS Battle Series.com. It should make for an incredible event in Charleston. I mean, I had the chance to walk up that thing. Like you said, right? You walk up to these aircraft carriers, you walk down the pier, and you see this massive thing. And then when you get inside of it, that USS Yorktown has like 15 airplanes just sitting inside of it. It's incredible.
It's insane. We're talking 5, what is that, like 3.5 football fields or more, man.
And here's another cool thing too, right? Let's give a little bit of love to our friends at the Congressional Medal of Honor Society. They've been great friends to me. Awesome people doing amazing work to carry on the legacy of our Medal of Honor recipients. So let's say you guys get motivated and you head down to Charleston to check out the Battle Series. You've got the Medal of Honor Museum on board as well. So, I mean, it's a full weekend of just American loving, getting after it.
No, dude, hey, we're going to have, we're working right now and trying to raise some money, man. So anybody out there that wants to be part of American history, the military, first responders, man, jump on it. We got people every day calling up, man. And so we're going to have the Patriot parachute team. Some guys that are active duty still, man, with the SEAL teams, Rangers, landing on the deck of the Yorktown, opening up our ceremony, man. Dude, so we're gonna have honor. Oh, fuck yeah, dude! It's so gonna be, dude. Good. It doesn't get much more American than this, man. It's gonna be pretty wild. So we're hoping, we're hoping we get some national attention on this one, man, and just help those that help others, and bring attention to what what we're doing. The ultimate goal, my brother, is one a month. And 12 of these ships. Jacksonville just acquired a museum, and we've reached out to them, and we're excited and really looking forward to what's to come, man. We just touched the tip of of this right now, man, and we feel that it's good times right now coming out of the shit we're just coming out of. That health, fitness, and is where it's at, where we need to be.
Yep. His name's Cliff Walker. It's the USS Battle Series, the website, ussbattleseries.com. Cliff, before we go, the ability to get outside, to get physically active, to get sweating, to get your body moving, no matter what, right? Whether if you just take a walk or if you get after it at a walk like that, how critically important is that to our mental well-being? How are you seeing that help those battle through mental health issues? How important is it?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I myself, a lot of people don't know this, but I am 100% disabled veteran, and working out is my mental medicine. Right? Someone's probably going to brand that, right? Your mental medicine, but
I dig it. Yeah.
So I rather than load myself up with everything that the VA unfortunately wants to stick down us every day, and keep us gorked out and out of tune, and that could lead to other things that that we don't want our brothers and sisters getting into, man. You have a purpose in this world, and those others that are continuing to count on you and need you here. So we want to help out, man. And just going out, getting at it every day, whether it be a walk, a run, a swim, hanging out with like-minded warriors and whatnot. That fitness plays and health plays a big part of it, man. And it's helped me through some tough times and current times. And as soon as we get off, I think I told you I'm at Naval Weapons Station Seal Beach. I'm getting ready to throw down and get my dose of medicine right now, man.
I love it, man. Love what you guys are doing. Guys, go check them out. It's ussbattleseries.com. And I think there's a lot of ways to get involved. And some of which is just throwing some support, man. If anything, go give them a follow. Find them on Instagram, give them a follow. Or if you feel so inclined, man, throw some support, throw some resources their way, send some people down their way, register to go compete in the event, right? Get after it.
Compete. It's not, hey, so real quick, it's nothing really crazy. Like, you're not at the CrossFit Games, man. Guys, gals, it's like a workout you do every day. There's just multiple. It's just a lot of fun. A lot of sponsors are giving stuff away. Our podium winners, right? It pays to be a winner. You will walk away with $500 to $1,000 worth of equipment and swag. Man, it's just a good day, bro.
No, listen, we're hard commit. We're going to find one to attend. The June one doesn't work for my personal schedule because I promised my daughters we've got a big camping trip, and if I cancel that, they'll disown me. So we're not going to do that. But we will absolutely find one and come get after it with you in the future, man. It's incredible.
Thank you, brother.
All right, Cliff Walker. It's USS Battle Series. Again, the website, ussbattleseries.com. Cliff, as promised, brought the energy up a little bit on this episode. Thank you, bro.
All right, man. Hoo-yah, everybody.
Absolutely. He is Cliff Walker. I'm Brian Jodis, and that's been this episode of Pick Up the Six Podcast.